6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister says the government is working tirelessly to bring long-term reforms in the energy sector. The government has decided to send a delegation to the United States to discuss the trade tariff issue. The Pakistan Mineral Investment Forum successfully concluded in Islamabad today, kicking off a new era of responsible and sustainable mining in the country. The Finance Minister has reiterated the government's commitment to accelerate the privatization process. The Kashmir Conference, in a unanimous resolution, has demanded India to withdraw its military and paramilitary forces from the illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In the ICC Women's World Cup qualifier, Pakistan beat Ireland by 38 runs in Lahore today. And now the news in detail. A three-member delegation led by the Amir Jamaat-e-Islami Hafiz Naeem-ur-Rahman called on the Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif in Islamabad today and thanked him for the recent decrease in the electricity prices. The Prime Minister informed the delegation that the government is working tirelessly to bring long-term reforms in the energy sector. He added that the reforms in the energy sector are being designed with the aim of easing the life of the common man. Shahbaz Sharif expressed the resolve to continue his mission of prioritizing public relief and said Pakistan's journey of progress will continue despite challenges. Besides, Shahbaz Sharif and Hafiz Naeem-ur-Rahman expressed concern over the international community's silence over Israel's unprovoked bombing and oppression of defenseless Palestinians in Gaza. The Prime Minister reiterated Pakistan's commitment to raising its voice against the ongoing Israeli oppression and tyranny against the defenseless Palestinians in Gaza at every international forum and to continue supporting them. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has expressed Pakistan's desire to work with the United States President Donald Trump and his administration to strengthen bilateral relations. Talking to an American delegation led by Eric Mayer in Islamabad, he underscored the importance of enhanced cooperation in areas of mutual interest, including trade, investment, and counter-terrorism. The Prime Minister welcomed the American participation at the Pakistan Minerals Investment Forum. The Acting Assistant Secretary Eric Mayer congratulated Pakistan on successfully hosting the Pakistan Mineral Investment Forum. Prime Minister has decided to send a high-level delegation to the United States of America to hold talks regarding the promotion of bilateral trade relations and discuss new trade tariffs. The decision to this effect was made during a meeting chaired by the Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif in Islamabad today. The meeting reviewed on increasing the country's exports and tariffs imposed by the United States on imports. The Prime Minister directed to include prominent business personalities and exporters in the delegation. The Managing Director, Oil and Gas Development Corporation Limited, Ahmed Hayatullah, has said Pakistan Minerals Investment Forum has laid the groundwork for a new era of responsible, sustainable and inclusive mining in Pakistan. Addressing the concluding session of the Pakistan Minerals Investment Forum in Islamabad today, he said Pakistan is not just mineral rich but also investor ready. He emphasized the need for building this industry together, which is not just profitable but also purposeful. Earlier, representatives of the Reko Diq mining company briefed the forum about the feasibility study of Reko Diq. They said Reko Diq promises to be one of the most significant copper and gold projects globally. They said production of copper and gold from Reko Diq will start in the year 2028. The Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb says the government is committed to accelerating the privatization process. He said this during a meeting with a delegation of global professional services firm Alvarez and Marshall led by Peter Briggs in Islamabad today. He said 24 state-owned entities have already been added to the privatization pipeline. The finance minister reiterated that the government's vision is to bolster trade, investment and tourism in Pakistan, tapping into the region's growing economic corridor. Peter Briggs emphasized Alvarez and Marshall's strong commitment to invest in Pakistan. The Asian Development Bank says Pakistan's economy is showing signs of stability and growth. According to the Asian Development Bank outlook of this month, Pakistan's real GDP is expected to grow by 2.5% this year. The ADB says Pakistan's growth is projected to tick up to 3% in the next financial year. The report mentioned that Pakistan's economy has benefited from improved macroeconomic stability through robust reform implementation in areas such as tax policy and energy sector viability. Pakistan and Denmark have agreed on a $2 billion partnership for the development of the maritime infrastructure due to the efforts of the Special Investment Facilitation Council. The plan includes upgrading logistics infrastructure and generating renewable energy from the ports. The primary objective of the project is to reduce environmental pollution and align the maritime industry with better energy resources and technologies. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. The Kashmir Conference held in Islamabad today adopted a resolution unanimously demanding India to withdraw its military and paramilitary forces from the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The resolution highlighted that resolving the Kashmir dispute in line with the United Nations resolutions and aspirations of the Kashmiri people is inevitable for peace in South Asia. It urged the United Nations and the international community to ensure implementation of the United Nations Security Council resolutions on Kashmir without delay. The conference paid tribute to the martyrs of the Kashmir who sacrificed their lives in pursuit of the inalienable right to self-determination. The Indian installed administration in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir has officially acknowledged issuing more than 350,000 domicile certificates to non-Kashmiris in the territory since August 2019. In a written reply submitted in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir Assembly today, the authorities admitted that 83,742 domicile certificates were issued to non-locals in just last 2 years. This has intensified suspicions of a deliberate demographic re-engineering aimed at diluting the Muslim majority character of the United Nations disputed territory. 26 Palestinians, including children, were martyred in Israeli strikes in the Gaza city today. About 50,900 Palestinians have been martyred so far in the Israeli military aggression on Gaza since October 2023. The United Nations Special Rapporteur for Palestine, Francisca Albanese, has called for urgent action to save the Palestinian people. Speaking at a two-day event on Palestine in Paris, the United Nations Rapporteur said Israel has never respected the Gaza ceasefire. Russia says talks between the United States and Iran may help avoid a crisis over Tehran's nuclear program dispute. Answering media queries, the Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman, Maria Zakharova, said bombing Iran would not pave the way for peace. In China, 20 people have been killed in a fire that erupted in a nursing home in northeastern Hebei province. 19 people were also injured in the fire and have been shifted to hospital. And now news about sports. Pakistan beats Ireland by 38 runs in the ICC Women's World Cup qualifier match at Lahore today. Batting first, Pakistan scored 217 runs in 49 overs. In reply, Ireland women were all out for 179 runs in 44 overs. And finally, the weather report. Partly cloudy weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. Rain, wind and thunderstorm may occur at isolated places in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir and adjoining hilly areas. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.